Okay, students, equations, probably the most important thing in college algebra. Certainly a lot of applications of that. Doing well with equations is very important. Now, if you notice right here, we have a two-step equation. So let's work this problem. We need to get rid of the 3 first, and then take care of the multiplication and division. We're just going to subtract 3 from both sides. And that's 2x is equal to -9. Okay, remember, negative numbers, computation skills, we talked about that. Now, it's like the game of opposites. Okay, whatever you do to one side, you can do to the other side of an equation. 2x equals -9. We want to get rid of that 2 by dividing. So x is equal to -2/9. You could leave improper fractions as long as they're reduced, like this, or you could say -4.5. So a very simple example. Okay, notice in this problem we have variables on both sides. Okay, I have a certain way to do it, and you're welcome to do it the way that I do. You want to move the x term first, and the one that has the lowest or more negative value, or the coefficient that's further to the left on the number line. That is this one right here, 4x. So I'm going to subtract it. Alright, 2 is equal to, that would be 11x plus 10. Now, I could work this two-step equation, but just for the sake of being different, I'm going to use the symmetric property and turn that around. Notice here, I'm going to solve this equation the same way I did the last one, which is take the 10 away. That'll be -8, and then divide by 11. So x is equal to -8/11. Now I could verify that's right by checking my answer. Okay, now here's an equation with fractions. This is one of the simpler ones, but I want to show you how to work this problem. So I'm going to do it long way first. Long way is I want to find a common denominator for everybody. Looks like it would be 30. Okay, 5, 15, 20, 25, 30. You're doing multiples of that 5. Again, that goes back to that number chart I gave you. So I want 30 for everybody. I'm going to have to multiply this guy by 15 over 15. I'm going to have to multiply this guy by 10 over 10. I'm going to have to multiply this guy by 6 over 6. Now I'm going to multiply them. And notice here I have 15x over 30 plus 10 over 30 equals, looks like 24 over 30. Now you could see that the 15x plus the 10 would have to equal 24 from just basic common sense. Let's say you didn't see that right away, so multiply both sides by 30. This means I'm multiplying both sides by 30. So when I multiply this side by 30, I get 15x. When I multiply this term by 30, I get 10. When I multiply this by 30, I get 24. Lo and behold, we have a two-step equation. So remember how to do that. Subtract 10. That will be 14, and divide by 15. Okay, now you could check your answer by substituting it back in. Now that is one way to solve that problem. I'm going to show you another way to do that. So we'll take this out of here. We'll remove this. Okay, and this goes back to the way I explained how to do rational expressions. I believe in not wasting a lot of people's time. Now, what's the common denominator for everybody? Why, it's 30. All right. So what is this missing? It's missing a 15. What's this missing? It's missing a 10. What is this missing? It's missing a 6. What are you going to do with the orange and the black? You're going to multiply them. 15x plus 10 is equal to 24. That's the same equation we had before, and you'll get the same answer. All right, so that's, I wouldn't say shortcut, but that is another way to do that problem. Okay, I want to talk about types of solution. Whoops, sorry about that. Types of solutions. Well, we can get one solution like x equals 3. That would be very easy. That's just a point on the number line. So it's a point on a line. Now, if I solved my equation and all my variables dropped out and I got 2 is equal to 3, that is obviously not true. That's not true today, not true yesterday, not true tomorrow. So that would be no solution. You could write it like this. That means set theory, no one's home. Or you could write it with the Greek letter phi. Actually, you say that phi, but phi. We'll say that way. So there you go. And then, obviously, sometimes you'll have a problem and you'll end up with the variables going away and you have two numbers equal to each other. Now, how often is 7 equal to 7? Well, if numbers mean anything, and if truth is attainable and not relative, then 7 equals 7 all at a time. So you could say all solutions, or an easy way to do that is all real numbers. All real numbers, that's a symbol for all real numbers. Okay, kind of looks like the English teacher did like this for a paragraph. Okay, all real numbers. Let me do that again so I don't confuse anybody. All real numbers. Or you could say all real. So remember that about your type of solution. Okay, we want to talk about word problems for a moment. Actually, word problems and your ability to do them is crucial. And you'll take part or all of what we talk about here. If you have not known it already, you'll take it all with you in your life because they're problems related to numbers. Like, how are you going to invest your money to retire? Your budget. A lot of word problem type problems. Just remember, you have 4 basic steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. The first thing I want you to do is read. Okay? Read the problem from beginning to end. Get it in your mind, sort of. Then get your facts out. Okay? You're going to get your facts out and you're going to put it together where you have some type of an equation. So facts and equation. Then you're going to solve the equation. Now, solving the equation is very important, and with your practice in this unit, it will help you out. But the last thing to do is I would check it. See if it makes sense. That's very, very important. Now, what are some word problems that you have? Well, you have some basic problems related to numbers. You have some problems related to geometry, like area, like perimeter. Okay, remember, perimeter means to go around. Okay, area is the space inside. Okay, length times width is a formula for area. Perimeter is just add A plus B plus add up all of the sides together. There is a problem with interest, so I guess we're trying to generate interest with this. Okay, so I equals PRT. I is your interest, the money. P is the principal amount of money you have. R is the interest rate as a decimal, and T is the time, normally in years. So keep up with that. And then there are motion problems, okay? So just remember, on the motion problems, rate times time is equal to distance. If I travel 60 miles per hour in Atlanta and I travel for 2 hours, how far did I go? I went 120 miles. Okay? We could take 8 years talking about that one simple problem, but we're just going to hit it right there as a basic. Okay, those are some basic things about equations, some simple problems. We could do more complicated problems during a study session or office hours or with the tutor. Spend time going through Lesson 5 on equations, and that'll help you in a very serious way. I'll put a little video up about going through the lesson content material. Good luck and best wishes.